Hello, this is Danny Raymond, the voice behind Ray's Guide. And I'm doing this as an extemporaneous rather than scripted because of time constraints, but it is Anvil Day. The new Anvil Asgard is out. We now have details about things like pricing and upgrades and configurations. And it allows me to answer a question that I've been thinking ever since I saw it first on the show floor, and that is this the ship to melt your Valkyrie for? And after having given it quite a bit of thought, now seeing the ship live, my unconditional answer is yes. There is no reason in my mind to not melt your Valkyrie and get an Asgard. First, let's start with the price. The Valkyrie is $25 more ship value than the Asgard. You have $25 extra store credit left over afterwards. And that's not chump change. So from a price standpoint, the Asgard is a better ship. Now you might say, what about the 20 jump seats? First of all, how often do you use 20 jump seats? That's really more than you want to have soldiers in too many eggs in one basket. But even so, you can buy seats and attach them to the grid. And the grid on the Asgard can hold 4 rows across, 10 rows deep. It can hold, if you were trying to be so foolish, 40 jump seats and still have room for a couple of bikes, perhaps. So not having the jump seats is not a reason to keep the Valkyrie. Now, the Valkyrie is a smaller ship, and usually I would regard that as having advantages. But there are certain breakpoints, certain metrics. So, for example, if the Valkyrie was small enough that it could fit on the Idris, then that would be a real plus for keeping the Valkyrie, but the Valkyrie doesn't fit. It's too wide. So I guess if you want to do something stupid and shoot off the wings, but you wouldn't have as functional a ship. Well, and then, of course, there's the fact that the Asgard is a ship that can handle much more in terms of vehicles. It is the smaller ship that can handle a Nova tank, although just one, but it's got this huge, very flexible cargo bay, as well as 3 entrances in and out of it. But the real reason I believe the Asgard represents so much of a better value is that it has a daytime job.
He's got a daytime job. He's doing all right.
I mean, how often do you really use a dropship? And most of the people that have Valkyries, I would venture to guess, have used them as a dropship a few dozen times, depending on how long, of course, they've owned it. But the Asgard, on the days it's not being a dropship, it has a daytime job. It has the flexibility of being a very competent and extremely well-armed and armored. It has 180 SCU of storage, a fairly efficient layout. Not as perfect as many other ships, not as efficient as, say, as the Raft, 10 deep and 5 wide. This means in order to completely fill it up with the fewest number of boxes, you have 4 32s, 24 2s, and then 4 1s. So it's not an extremely efficient layout, but it will handle 180 SCU, as well as still having floor space for a Atlas cargo loader. So if you're trying to bring in decent amounts of cargo into a very dangerous place, this ship has not only the sufficient cargo capacity to make it a profitable run, but the arms and armor that you would be unwise to mess with it. And so for all those reasons, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't. Price, flexibility, amount of floor space, and just having the daytime job, I don't see any real reason for not choosing the Asgard over the Valkyrie. Since this is a short video, I'll just give you the secret word. And the secret word for this video is the kind of job that the Asgard has. Fly safe, keep it real, and I'll see you in the verse. This is Danny Raymond with Ray's Guide.